and we'll be considering even in much details this morning, I showed us 5 major dimensions of priesthood. And I said the first dimension of priesthood is to minister to the Lord. And I said ministering to the Lord entails you interacting with the dimension of God and honoring that dimension. He said, separate unto me Aaron and his son, Exodus 28 verse 1 and 2, that they may minister unto me in the priest office. He said in Acts 13 from verse 1 and 2, how that the teachers and prophets that were in Antioch, they fasted and they ministered unto the Lord. And I gave us a graphic illustration of ministering to the Lord in the life of Hannah. He said, there's none holy as the Lord. She was just contemplating God and eulogizing him, honoring him, praising him, and exalting him for the dimension she had comprehended. I said the second dimension of priesthood is to behold him, because you appreciate his essence, and so you are never tired of looking upon his countenance. And I said it's in beholding that we are changed. He said we all with open faces. When you see people pray and they are not transformed, it's because their prayer is not priesthood. Because cardinal in priesthood is the act of beholding, and if you behold him, you'll be changed. And then I went further. I said third in the dimension of priesthood is the art of waiting. If a man cannot wait on God, then he has not discerned his majesty. He still assumes God is a friend that he can book an appointment with and is timing him. God is a king. When you come to him, you wait. Moses used 40 days to climb Sinai, and he waited for another 8 days for God to show up. Because the goal is not that you have prayed. The goal is that the presence of God descended and God spoke to you. Because the power of prayer is not what you say, it's what God says to you. What you say is an attempt to hear him say something to you. You are not powerful in prayer because you can say a lot. You are powerful in prayer because you can hear a lot and you can obey a lot. And so it will take perfecting the act of waiting to be able to journey in the corridor of priesthood. And then number 4, I said priesthood has to do with participation. Because when you come to a realm long enough, that realm will lend itself to you. And so you begin to touch things that are in that realm. Those things you touch is what gives you the right to address your generation. Because your generation is in need. They are not looking for talkers. They are looking for witnesses. And it is what you have seen and handled that you can deliver to a generation. And so what priesthood will do and insist on is that you must touch something so you become a representative and an embodiment of that dimension. If you have not touched anything, you can't address your generation. He said that which was from the beginning. 1 John chapter 1 from verse 1, which we have heard, which we have looked upon, and our hands have handled of the word of life. He said that is what we have come to commit to you. And I said when you attain these 4 levels, then you come to the final realm of priesthood that entails more of prayer. And that realm of priesthood is what we call legislation and litigation. And I say legislation is the act of enacting spiritual laws and ordinances, while litigation is the act of enforcing spiritual laws and ordinances. So in priesthood, cardinal in your prayer is the ability to create change, because you have the power through God to establish his dominion and to establish his mandate. Now, it's possible for you to think these things are casual things because you probably have not understood that everywhere humankind find expression, spirits are interested in those realms. Because currently the earth is the spectacle of all of God's creation. If you have studied the Bible and understanding has been granted you, one thing you will realize is that the Bible says God sits in the cycles of eternity. God is on a project of creation, and creation did not begin with us, neither will it end with us. That's why when you go to heaven, you have elders, you have thrones, you have dominions, you have principalities, you have powers, you have archangels. All kinds of spirits are there because they represent different dispensations of the creations of God. And when God was done, he decided to invade and create a visible realm, and then he created man.